Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Muhammad Nurun Nabirimon, student of Banking and Insurance Department at Rajshahi University. Today I discuss about the Taylor rule. First of all, we should know what is Taylor rule. So that Taylor rule is a formula tying a central bank's benchmark interest rate to inflation and economic growth. Taylor rule indicates that the federal funds rate should be set equal to the inflation rate plus an equilibrium real federal fund rate plus a weighted average of two gaps. These two gaps are, first one is inflation gap, which is inflation minus target rate, and the second one is output gap. So now we can find the federal fund rate target with this equation. The federal fund rate target equal to inflation rate plus equilibrium real federal fund rate plus half inflation gap plus half output gap. When Taylor assume an equilibrium real federal fund rate of 2% and an appropriate target for inflation of 2% with equal weights of half on the inflation and output gaps. So now we show this equation with numerical example. Suppose the inflation rate is at 3%, leading to a positive inflation gap of 1%. And real GDP is 1% above its potential, resulting in a positive output gap of 1%. Then the Taylor rule suggests that the federal fund rate should be set at 6%. And an important feature of Taylor rule is that the coefficient on the inflation gap half is positive. If the inflation rate rise by 1%, then the federal funds target is raised by 1.5%. And so it is raised by more than 1-to-1 ratio. In other words, a rise in inflation of 1% leads to an increase in the real federal fund rates of 0.5%. The principle that the monetary authorities should raise nominal interest rate by more than increase in the inflation rate has been named the Taylor principle, and it is critical to the success of monetary policy. That's all for my side. Thank you.